What is going on, guys? Little Dog Duck here, and today I'm bringing you the quest guide for the 2017 RuneScape 3 quest, Evil Dave's Big Day Out. Sorry that was a little fast, but I'm a little behind and I'm trying to get this quest out as soon as possible. I know this quest came out, I think, like a week and a half ago, and I'm just trying to get it out because it's new, and just in case anybody hasn't done it yet or has been wanting to do it and hasn't gotten around to it, they can have a guide. So this guide is going to be done at a 1-to-1 speed so that you can follow along with what I'm doing, exactly what you're doing. That's why the video is so long, is because this is actually a pretty long quest to do cutscenes. You might be able to do it a little faster than me, just because this is my first time doing the quest. But it'll be close enough speed that you can just follow along on a separate screen and be able to do it exactly as I do it. So let's get into it. So there is a quest requirement for this quest. You need to have completed the Recipe for Disaster Freeing Evil Dave portion. So you don't need to have completed Recipe for Disaster all the way, you just need to have freed Evil Dave. I have a quest guide for that on my channel if you want to check that out. I'll leave a description below. I probably won't, but I'm going to say I will, and then I'll forget when I upload the video. So if it's not there, it's not there. You just got to look for it on my channel or use somebody else's guide. There's some pretty good guides out there. So yeah, that's what you need for quest requirements. Now, as for skill requirements, you're going to need to have 30 agility, 30 cooking, 30 herb lore, and 30 magic. I'm not sure if these are boostable or not. I didn't have to boost them on my character, so I was not able to try. I don't believe they are, though, so, you know, it's always safer just to get the actual skill. These aren't very hard skills to get, you know, to 30, because 30 is not even very high. You're going to need to get there at some point, so you might as well just get them to 30 before you start. And lastly, before we get into it, as for what you're going to need on you to complete the quest, nothing. Literally nothing. Make sure your inventory is empty. So yeah, let's get into it. To begin the quest, you're going to want to go to Evil Dave's house in Edgeville. This is just west of the bank. So go into the house, and there's going to be a trapdoor you can climb down. That's where the Hellcats are. And once you're down there, you're going to want to speak to Evil Dave. He's just going to be walking around down there. So like I said, once you get into Evil Dave's house, you're going to want to go down the trapdoor here on the western wall and speak to Evil Dave. He's going to be somewhere down here. He's going to welcome you, and then choose the first chat option to talk about Evil Dave's Big Day Out. And then you're going to tell him, I'm looking for a quest. He's going to tell you he doesn't have time for a quest because he's busy with a quest. He's not the brightest fellow, we'll figure out. So you're going to want to accept the quest when it brings up the options, as long as you have all the requirements, which you should, because I said what they were in the beginning of the video. And you just hold spacebar to skip all the useless dialogue. If you're interested in the dialogue, you're going to get a little behind in the guide because I just click through it as fast as possible, because I figure this is a guide who's watching a guide that cares about the dialogue, you know? So once you get through all that, you're going to start a ritual, which is the ritual of Doomy Doom, which ends up being you and Dave switching souls so that you become Dave and Dave becomes you, because you have a way more skills, essentially, to do evil. So you pass out, and you wake up as Dave. Your character doesn't understand what's happened, so you're going to want to go admire yourself in the mirror, and that's on the western wall. This is the moment of realization that your character has switched bodies, a Freaky Friday-esque event with Evil Dave. Your character realizes it's not just a bad dream. And then Dave's mom is going to call you upstairs. So go up the cellar stairs, and you're going to want to talk to Doris. She's going to tell you need to do your goddamn chores. So do your goddamn chores. Or you're grounded, mister. And you can't really say anything about it because Doris is a strong, independent woman. And you're going to do what she tells you to do. So you're going to want to start by searching the wardrobe in the northeastern corner in the house. You're going to have two options. Take both. Take the broom and the bug spray. You'll have to click on the wardrobe twice to get both of these items. And once you have the broom and the bug spray, you're going to want to sweep the rug first. Pretty easy. Once you've got that done, you're going to want to go right between the trapdoor and the sink. There's going to be a shelf on the wall. Search the shelf, and you'll get a bar of soap, and then you're going to use that to clean the dishes. Once you've got the dishes all squeaky clean, you're going to want to right click on the sink and select Take Knife. Your character's going to take a knife, and then you can go to the southern wall and chop the vegetables on the table. Now, you're going to have to do this quite a few times throughout the quest, because you keep getting grounded. Spoilers. So now you're going to want to go down the trapdoor to Dave's bed. His bed is going to be on the northern wall in the basement here, and then use the bed bug cleaner on the bed. You'll clean the bed, and then your character is going to pass out. This is the point where your character discovers while you're asleep, you can see what Dave is doing with your body. So he's speaking to Moya, who is a Majorat in leagues with Zammy. And he wants to meet Zamorak, and because they think that he's you, she's all cool about it. Like, oh, sweet, the World Guardian. I'm all about that. So she takes him to meet Zamorak. Once again, you can just click through the dialogue. I'm essentially explaining what happens, so if you don't want to read it, you got it right here, you know? This is like Cliff Notes version. So Dave, you, speaks to Zamorak and says he wants to help. And Zamorak essentially is like, cool, go infiltrate the White Knights and see what Saradomin's up to. Once you leave, he's like, what was that? And tells Moya that she should keep an eye on you because you're being a little weird. After that, your character wakes back up, and you're going to want to go upstairs and speak to Doris once you get back upstairs. She's going to tell you she's going out for a while. She's got to go get groceries from the Grand Exchange. If you leave, you're double grounded. But you're going to leave. Before you can leave, you're going to want to go back downstairs and figure out where his spellbook is at. So you can find the spellbook by searching the bookcase on the western wall near the boiler. Remember where the boiler's at, because we're going to have to search that in a little bit here. So you're going to find a bunch of stupid books and then get the option, say, no, I need to find the spellbook because time is money. XP waste, not in my house. So you'll get Dave's spellbook, but you need some sort of incantation to open it. So you're going to want to go over to the curtain on the northern wall, the curtain that's closer to the mirror, not the one on the other side of the bed. Search that curtain, and you're going to get some runes and some other stuff. Now you're going to want to go back to the boiler that you were just by, and search that, and you're going to be able to. You're going to get a little note that says what the incantation is. And you'll also discover that Dave is scared of spiders. So just click through the dialogue here. And you're going to want to investigate the spell book that's in your inventory. Your character flips through it, sees what the spells are, and sees that there's one for the Makeover Mage. So you need to go to the Makeover Mage, because you can't just go into Falador looking like Evil Dave, right? So investigate the spellbook once again, and your character is going to teleport to the Makeover Mage as long as you say yes. Except it's actually the Grand Exchange. Shucks. Oh look, Doris is here. So your character teleports away really quick, but to the Grand Exchange once again. And now you don't have any runes to actually teleport to the Makeover Mage, so we need to get some. So you're going to want to access your bank account. The bank tellers have regular names. Make sure you go to a banker and not a Grand Exchange clerk. And they're doing a little giveaway thing. So just hold down spacebar right here and you'll get an earth rune at the end of it. And access your bank. And you need an earth rune to teleport, which is great. So now you're going to want to take out the law rune you have in your inventory, as well as the stew. The stew is the top left in the bank. And now you're going to want to try to access the Grand Exchange, but Dave has been banned from the Grand Exchange. The Grand Exchange clerk here tells you that I guess you can use it. If you get me something to drink, I'll give you the air runes you need. So make sure you choose air runes, because that's what you need. And try and access the Grand Exchange again with the flask of stew in your inventory. He doesn't want it because your stew is way too spicy. Just wants water. So you're going to want to drink the stew here. And then take that empty vial over to a water source that isn't frozen. This one would typically work, but because of the Christmas event, it's not. So just take it to the nearest water source you can find. There's one right on the other side of the wall here for the Grand Exchange by the Falador Castle. So use that vial on the water source. You'll fill it up, and then you're going to want to bring that water back to the Grand Exchange. It doesn't matter if you speak to the same clerk, but I did. Just pick a guy. Or female. It doesn't matter. Just make sure it's a Grand Exchange clerk. Just give them the water, and you're going to get your air runes. And now you're going to be able to teleport to the Makeover Mage for real this time. So you're going to show up in the Makeover Mage's shop, and the dialogue is going to automatically start. When you're presented with chat options, just choose whatever. Doesn't really matter. I chose option 3 because it was the most evil I felt. But Evil Dave hasn't done anything evil ever, so it doesn't matter what you pick. They all work. At this point, you're just going to want to hold down spacebar because it's you and the Makeover Mage basically arguing over names. Dave Jelena doesn't work, really, or whatever your character picked. And you guys eventually settle on a name, and the Makeover Mage agrees to transform you into a woman. But you keep the beard, so you don't look any different. Still going. Alright, once you've been turned into a female, you're going to be teleported back home. And at this point, you're going to want to talk to Doris once again, who realizes you left the house. And she's not happy. So you're getting double grounded. You're going to have to do this a couple times. You can choose any of the options. None of them are going to save you from getting double grounded. I know, it sucks. You just got to pick them, you know? And then once you actually get double grounded, she's going to make you do all the chores again. So you're already going to have all the cleaning supplies in your inventory. So you're going to want to attempt to sweep the rug. When your broom breaks, you're going to want to attempt to do the dishes. And then when a glass breaks, you're going to want to attempt to clean or chop the vegetables, but your knife breaks. So you're going to need to talk to Doris again. And then try and open the door. She asks where you're going. Say that you need to go to the shops, which is the first chat option. She'll tell you, cool. So she allows you to go across the street. And you're going to want to talk to the shopkeeper. Not the shop's assistant. Just talk to the shopkeeper. And hold down spacebar once again. He's just going to give you everything you need because he wants to get with your mom. And thinks you're a good guy. So now you're going to want to go back to Dave's house and complete all the upstairs chores. Being sweeping the rug, doing the dishes, and chopping the vegetables. All of these things have already been done by you. So they don't really need to be done again. You're just kind of wasting time. And then once you've done all that stuff, you're going to want to go downstairs and clean Dave's bed again, which once again leads to your character passing out and seeing what Dave is up to in your body. So he's in Falador now, trying to get elite White Knight status. He essentially talks his way through it, so your character doesn't actually have to fight anybody or do anything. And you can just click through all the dialogue here. Just make it go as fast as possible. Alright, now once you wake up, you're going to want to go back upstairs and speak to Doris once again, who's going to see Gertrude's new kittens. You're told you can't leave the house again, so you're going to want to open the door and leave the house. Choose the second chat option to carry on with the quest. And choose, once again, the first chat option, I'm ready to sneak in. Now, you're going to be brought to the Falador Castle here. Your character climbs up the side of the castle and is now on the top floor. So you're going to want to pick up the note on the floor right where your character spawned in. And then from here, you're going to want to go west and search that suit of armor right there. Now go west a little more into this room here and search the crates until you find some gunpowder. And then use that gunpowder on the helmet to make a gunpowder helmet. Alright, now you're going to want to use that note on the gunpowder helmet to make a gunpowder helmet with a wick. and then go to the torch on the south wall there and use the gunpowder helmet on the torch. Once the helmet is lit, you're going to want to run to the northeast. Once you can see the guard, you're going to want to throw the helmet, and this will distract the guard and pretty much kill him, really. It's a little brutal. A little cutscene where he explodes into bits and pieces, and his shoes get left behind, which, you know, means he's dead. If somebody's shoes get knocked off, you're dead. If you didn't know that, Google it. Google it. All right, you don't need to pick up the boots, but why not? You know. And now the goal here is to avoid detection from these patrolling white knights. So try not to step into their line of sight. If you do, you'll get caught and have to restart, as well as getting closer than 2 squares. Even if their back is turned to you, you'll have to restart, which is really no big deal because you only have to get past 3 or 4 guards. And you can keep trying until you run out of time. So I would stand here, wait for the guard to patrol around, and once he got to his on the opposite corner, I would run for it. And then right here, I'd wait for the guard to turn the corner when he was facing the same direction as I was here. Once he turned the corner, I ran for it, and I really don't know how I didn't get caught. I guess this third guard here isn't really on a patrol route. He's just there, so he doesn't catch you. You're going to want to go in the door then, and you're going to be taken up to the top floor where Sir Amikvar's is getting drunk. So if you're given the option to pick up the monocle here, don't do it. It wastes a lot of time, and you can have to restart this portion. So avoid doing that until you're done. And then you're going to want to click on the keg and get the drink Amikvar's requests after you talk to him. You get 4 chances to do this. It's pretty easy. You got a lot of time once you have the alcohol. And once it's in your inventory, all you have to do is talk to Sir Amik. Once you do this 4 or 5 times successfully, and he's just hammered, you're going to get the option to talk to him, and he tells you what he just told your body, so Dave, about a super secret meeting that's happening in Al-Kharid. So once that's done and you're back, you're going to want to talk to Doris, who once again realizes that you left, and it's going to triple ground you. So you can choose any of the options again. It really doesn't matter. You're going to get triple grounded either way. And like the last time you got grounded, you're going to want to do all the chores again, which is easy. Nothing breaks this time. You just have to do the rug, dishes, chop the veg, and then go clean your bed. Once you finish the 3 upstairs chores, you can go downstairs and clean your bed up. And you're going to go into another cutscene where you see what your character is doing. So this time it appears that Dave is trying to get through the Shanty Pass, so he can go to the super secret meeting that's happening in the desert here. Once you wake up, there's going to be some mice that are or rats that are just causing a bunch of havoc. So you're going to want to go talk to Margaret the rat. She's on the south side of the room. There'll be text over her because she's talking. So talk to her, and then you can just spacebar through the whole thing here. They're just arguing like a old married rat couple. And then you're going to want to pick up 3 rats. The ones that say recruit are the ones that you can pick up. It doesn't matter which 3. Just say yes when it asks if you want to recruit them. It doesn't change anything that happens later in the quest. Just the names of the hell rats. And once you've got all 3, you're going to be able to go. So you're going to climb up the stairs, and that's going to take you right to the Shanty Pass. So talk to Shanty. He recognizes who you are, but he's not letting you through with all that stuff you got. So he's going to take your cleaning supplies. He feels they're not safe to go through to the desert. And once he's taken those, he's still not going to let you through because he doesn't want Hellcats to go through the Shanty Pass. So you need to figure out a way to smuggle them through. So to start, you're going to want to shake the palm tree to the northwest and pick up the coconut that falls on the floor. And then you're going to open the jail door. This is just to the west. You're going to speak to a shady stranger. He's going to tell you he wants a tropical drink to let you in. So you're going to want to talk to Shanty, and he'll be able to open that coconut for you with his masterful sword skills. So walk back over to the jail door. And then you're going to want to, that coconut shell, just click on it, the one with no milk in it, and you'll add the hell rat to it. This is so that you can throw the hell rat over the Shanty Pass. And once you've done that, you're going to want to open the jail door again. And this time you'll be able to give the shady stranger inside the tropical drink, and he'll let you in. Now in the southeastern corner of the little room here, you're going to want to take the large barrel and add a rat to the barrel. Now talk to the shady man when you're inside, and just click through all the dialogue here, and he ends up giving you a diamond because he wants to move away from all his material wealth. He doesn't like the way it's made him. So once you have that, you're going to want to exit the jail here and access the bank chest on the east side of the pass. This is just a normal Shanty Pass bank. Just open it. You don't need to collect because that's the Grand Exchange. Just open it. And you're going to withdraw the old rug, which is on the bottom right side. Use the old rug here on the barrel. And now you'll be able to roll that barrel through when we're ready. So you're going to want to climb up the rope on the north side of the wall on the interior of the Shanty Pass. It can be a little hard to see, but it's right here. So just climb up the rope. And once you're up top, you're going to want to click on the coconut cat in your inventory, and you'll throw the coconut cat. Climb back down the rope and approach the Shanty Pass itself. And once you're about here, just close enough, you're going to want to roll the barrel cat. So just click roll when it's in your inventory, and your character will roll the barrel through the pass, and the cat will have gotten through. Now you just have one more cat to get through. And to do this, you're going to want to talk to the guards at the northern entrance of the Shanty Pass. They talk about wanting, diamonds and stuff, so they can impress their honeys. You just so happen to have a diamond, and in return, all you want is a rope. So once you have the rope and you have gotten through all the dialogue here, you're going to want to use that rope on the coconut tree, the one you shook and got the coconut from. Your character is going to launch that last cat and send him over the Shanty Pass. All right, once you've gotten all the cats through, you're going to want to go over to the Shanty Pass itself and talk to Shanty. And he's going to clear you to go through. All right, now you're going to get put into the little area here with a bunch of different holes. You're going to want to look for the hole that is sparkling. This is most likely going to be different for you than the one that's sparkling for me. I'll show you what it looks like when I find it, but out here in the desert where everything's really bright, it can be pretty hard to see. So this is the hole that was sparkling for me. You can see it just has these little star glimmer things. Sparkling. Once you find the one that's sparkling, just reach in the hole, and your character is going to put a cat down there. Because the cat can look around. The cat says that it hears voices, and it heard some people talking about a ceramic vase, ceramic vase, which is ceramic vase. So now you're going to get put down into the next level here. You're going to want to find the sparkling hole. Do not reach in any of the holes that aren't sparkling, as this is going to make you restart the entire process. It's a little easier to see down here with the light being a little dimmer. So once you find the sparkling hole, just click on it, reach in it, and the cat will go down to the next level. You're going to want to repeat this until you reach the bottom. There are 4 or 5 holes you have to go through to get to the proper area. Remember, these can be different for you and will most likely be different for you. All right, once you get to the bottom level, you're going to see 3 white knights here. And they go into the mysterious dungeoneering entrance. Once they're all gone, you're going to want to click on the mysterious entrance where it says enter, and the cat is going to listen to what's going on inside. Saradomin is inside the little, whatever you want to call it, dungeon. And so is your character that Dave has possessed. You can't really see him here because of the awful placement on my part, but he's behind the mysterious entrance inside the dungeon, and you can see that Ceramic Vase is in there talking to Saradomin. And now your character is going to get brought down here, and you're going to want to enter the mysterious entrance as Dave. And this time you'll actually be able to go in. You teleport in next to Dave as your character. Sorry if that's confusing. It's confusing to say. It's hard to describe, you know. So you talk to Dave, who's in your character, essentially just, you know, give it to him. Like, what's wrong with you, my dude? That's not cool. After the little chat here, he decides he's going to give his speech and summon Zamorak himself into the dungeon. He's got a whole speech prepared with, like, little jokes and everything. And he doesn't think our jokes. He's just kind of weird. But it's pretty funny. This part of the quest I actually really enjoyed. I had to speed it up here because I was actually reading all the dialogue rather than just holding spacebar, because I was actually pretty interested in it. So he completes the whole like summoning thing, and in comes Zammy. One of the White Knights dies. And Saradomin and Zammy get into a little argument, you know. Dave jumps into a cooking range. And then a Black Knight is going to untie you because Dave tied you up. So once you're untied, you're going to want to go get Dave from the cooking range on the southern side of the room. He babied out because somebody died. He couldn't handle it. So Dave's all scared, as you. Evil Dave. You get him to come out, and you guys teleport out after some arguing. You think that you teleport out, but Dave actually teleports you out before you get the opportunity to. So you teleport in onto Ice Mountain here, and look who it is. It's Doris. She's over there talking to one of the brothers from the local church. And she notices you, and oh, man, are you in trouble. So she puts you down in the basement. And essentially your only option left is to, you know, lay down in bed. So the cats talk to you, and they decide they want to help you when they hear your story and that you're not actually Dave, because they're actually evil and they want to do things that are mean. So now you're going to want to collect 6 rats. I know it says 1 out of 5. You need to collect 5, and then the 6th one is going to trigger the cutscene towards the end of the quest. So it took me a second here to realize why nothing was happening. So I collected a 6th rat, and then a cutscene is going to begin, where you do the same ritual that happened at the beginning of the quest that involved the switching of souls. Except this time, your girl Doris is going to come downstairs. She's all mad at what you done. She's tired of this crap. But your character walks down too, and now there is a 3-way soul switch. So essentially what happens is you get put back in your body, and you talk to Doris and discover that evil Dave has got put into his mother's body. So this is the end of the quest here, really. You can just click through the dialogue where he says that he's going to ground his own mother. And yeah, that's it. You did it. That's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below if you want to. Leave a like. I'm telling you to leave a like. And if you're bored, check out some other stuff. I do all sorts of guides. And yeah, thanks.